What I'm about to show you is my portion of an interview that I did on a show. The producer of that show was, I don't know, threatened. I'm not sure. But he ended up taking the video down. And in this video, I discuss my opinions of VC Defense and Leo Martinez. This was just after Leo Martinez had been hit by the DHS in the Jeep. Leo's truck was smashed into by DHS. And that's what we were talking about. And I gave my honest opinion on both of them. And of course, I had been encouraging Leo to debate me for months. He finally agreed to, but then the minions over there at VC Defense, I don't know what they did, but they got Julius to take the video down. Now, the full video is still up at Black Truffle TV. I highly suggest you check it out. Julius has a great show. Unfortunately, I think he stopped his show, and I'm so sorry for that, Julius. I still want to share this, so I did my best to just cut him out of it because he doesn't want anything to do with this, and I don't want him involved any further because, you know, they came at him when they should have come at me. So I want you guys to have an opportunity to come at me. Don't come at my friend. Don't come at my friend just because he had me on my show and I spoke my mind. That's what cowards do. That's what pussies do. So I'm going to repost the interview myself. And I've cut Julius out of it, and I apologize for that, but I just want him, I want to make him happy while still doing what I feel that needs to be done. So here it is. Here is the portion of the Black Truffle TV podcast where I talk about VC Defense and Leo Martinez and my truly honest opinions of him and VC Defense. Enjoy.
Well, I mean, Leo's a thief and a liar, straight out. So I don't associate with thieves and liars. I just don't. VC Defense is literally an organization that says Mexican criminals should be allowed to continue to break the law. Okay? Who benefits from what VC Defense does? Do drug cartels benefit? Yes. Do human traffickers benefit? Yes. Remember when they're out there protesting the illegal marijuana farm in California, in Camarillo? And we found 8 unaccompanied children. They're fighting to keep those children slaves. That's what they're fighting for. They fight for the cartels. They fight for human traffickers. It's a disgusting organization. It's an absolutely disgusting organization. They literally are saying Mexican criminals should be allowed to continue to break the law. And for what reason? On whose authority? Based on what foundation? Right? They're not saying all immigrants, not even close. And they're not saying we're here to protect the Chinese, the Russian, not even close. Not the Indian. No, because Chinese and Indians are illegally immigrating into America as fast and a lot of times faster than Mexicans. They don't have shit to say about that. It's a racist organization that benefits drug cartels and human traffickers. It's just that simple. Literally, they were protesting the rescue of 8 children. And the whole big story was some guy lost his mom. Like somebody was firing at federal agents. 8 children who were being forced to work, children. They weren't even supposed to be in this damn country. And VC Defense was like, no, 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 let them stay slaves. Let them continue to work when they don't even know where their parents are. It's an awful organization. And I don't know if you were there, but the thing about Leo is, and he'll flat out admit this if the cameras aren't rolling, he puts on this like, look at me, I'm this innocent guy when he's talking to the news cameras. He's even admitted this. He admitted this on stage at the mystery shop. A lot of the guys did not like him. A lot of the people were just like, dude, fuck this guy. I was really surprised by that because I thought they were all going to eat his shit up. But they just did not like him because there's no honor in what he's doing. There's no integrity. It's, you know, somebody who had a childhood trauma that they're not processing correctly is what I would assume. He has a very organized anti-ICE program going on where they call each other. They've got a dildo budget because some chick beats the federal agents' windows on their cars with dildos. Like children, like fucking children. Like what is their redeeming value? What is his redeeming value? What is it? looking out for the Mexicans who are here legally? Why are they only looking out for the criminals? If illegals are deported, then the people who are here legally get those jobs. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. Why should the people who came here illegally get preferential treatment? That doesn't make sense. What about the Mexicans who immigrated here legally? They're getting the shaft. Yeah. And I grew up with illegal immigrants as neighbors. I grew up with illegal immigrants as friends. I have illegal immigrants as neighbors now. They're my neighbors. I'm not going to drop the dime on them. I'm not going to say shit. But if ICE rolls through, I'm also not going to say shit. But I'm not going to roll over on my neighbors, dude. That's something I just would not do. You know, I'm not going to have a comment either way. I mean, to me, being neighborly is more important than whether or not federal agents are deporting my neighbors. Because yeah, a lot of these people they're decent, hardworking people, but they chose not to process paperwork and wait maybe a year, maybe two. My friend immigrated legally. Her mom immigrated legally about 2 years ago. She moved to Texas. Now they live in Texas together legally. They're happier than pigs in shit. My mother-in-law immigrated here illegally from San Salvador. She had to immigrate illegally from San Salvador through Mexico into America, and then she applied for citizenship. Her brother, who had to dress in a dress because they couldn't find an ID for a man, he shaved his face, got into a dress, and he was able to immigrate here illegally. And then not only did he apply for citizenship, dude became a doctor. Okay? That's the exception. That's not the rule. If every motherfucking illegal immigrant was coming over here and becoming doctors and lawyers and plumbers and electricians, we would be welcoming it. But no, they're out there with their carts. They're out there with their produce. They're literally asking me for shit like, hey, man, buy me some ice cream. I had this fucking dude that barely spoke English. They go, hey, buy me some ice cream. Like, who the fuck are you? Buy me some ice cream. Get a fucking job, you loser. It was like I was walking by the store. He's like, hey, buy me some. Like, man, fuck you. That pissed me off so much, dude, because he was like, yo, man, can you spare $1? I'll be like, yeah, if I got $1, I got $1. That's the thing, dude. Like, there's just such a sense of entitlement in all these people's lives. Like, we deserve this even though we didn't earn it. Unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. But it gets better. All those people that are getting deported for being here illegally, they're just going to come back.
Okay.
So guess what? Yeah, you can't just name a country you can just walk in. You can't do it in Mexico. Mexico's constantly deporting illegal immigrants. Constantly deporting illegal immigrants because South Americans have to go through Mexico to get here to the United States. And Mexico's like, yo, we ain't playing that game. Find another route. Swim your ass to the, what are we calling it? The Gulf of America. Because Mexico's like, no, we don't play that. We're not going to be a conduit to you to break the law in another country. You can't do that. And these Mexicans are like, oh, we're protecting our people. You're not. You didn't give a shit about your people. You don't give a shit about your people because if you did, you'd make sure everybody's getting fed and everybody has a job, but you're not. You're dissing the people who are here legitimately. That's so disrespectful. That's so disrespectful. Indians and Chinese are immigrating at rates faster than Mexicans. An issue on the East Coast. That's going to be more of an issue in New York. Because for whatever reason, they're coming through on the East Coast. You don't get a lot of, I think because Indians and Chinese, illegal Indians and Chinese would stand out way more in California. Because we're already like, I mean, California's at least 50% Mexican now. So it's a lot easier to blend in as a Mexican.
Makes sense.
Like, I don't want to ruin life. And that's another thing. Like, people are like, oh, they're separating families. It's like, well, you broke the law with your kids. What did you expect? You expect them to lock your kids up with you? If I get a DUI with my kids in the car, are they gonna be in the jail cell with me? No. They're gonna separate us. Because they have a sense of entitlement. They think they deserve something that they didn't work for and didn't earn. I mean, that's the majority of America's problems. So they're gonna fit right in. Because we all, like the Steinbeck quote that I love, Americans see themselves as temporarily displaced millionaires. Right? We all think like, no, man, once our ticket hits, we're good. I'm eventually going to be wealthy. And we do nothing to get there. I'm guilty of. I think about it all the time, man. I'm like, I really need to get comfortable with being poor just based on the effort I produce, I don't produce a lot of effort, so I have to be willing to accept to be poor. Like, that's the thing. Success is especially here in America, success is entirely built on personal responsibility, and nobody wants to admit that. Everybody was like, oh, well, like all these lefties are like, well, I need my college paid for, and I need my medical paid for. In theory, that's all amazing. But if college was free, think about how many more people would show up for like a week and then not show up. If college was just free, it would end up costing more to the government because people would be like, I want to try it for a week. I'll try it again for a week next semester. I mean, the legitimacy of education would just be thrown out the window. I'm not saying it's not ridiculously priced, and I'm not saying you're not getting ripped off, and I'm not saying that they're teaching you shit you don't even need to learn. The entire system needs to be revamped.